This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're here in Qatar. It's fight week for the Supercard. Live on Thursday night. Delighted to be joined by one of the later additions to the card, a replacement opponent for Jay Swindler, Warren Spencer. First of all, how are you, mate?
Hi, Joe. I'm good, thank you, brother. How are you?
Very well. Look, we just mentioned off camera last minute, but that doesn't faze you. You're ready to kind of come in, upset the apple cart against Nichlmao?
Yeah, I think, on paper, I've had 2 weeks to prepare for this fight, That means a 1 week camp because we're in fight week now, 1 week training. But let's be honest, I've been in a camp all year, I've been fighting throughout the year. I've been very active. My last camp was insane. And I just had a baby boy. He was born about 4 weeks ago now, just over a month ago. And I said to myself I'd take the rest of the year off. It was November, December. I was going to chill, focus on family, focus on business. And then, when Mams Taylor drops in with the phone call, you answer the phone and say, yes, sir, I'm game. So we're here now.
After your recent performances, obviously, the Ben Williams fight and kind of everything up to that, do you think you are a harder opponent than Jay Swindler for Nichlmao? Because Jay has been out of the ring for a very long time.
Yeah, I think, whether Jay agrees with me on this one or not, I think if you put me and Jay in a boxing machine right now, like a little boxing computer, I would come out the winner 10 times out of 10. It might be a different story if I was out of camp all year, but I haven't been. I'm an active fighter. Like you just said, he hasn't been active, so how can he expect to beat me? Therefore, I'm struggling to see where, Nick thinks he's going to get the better of me in the fight. It's just common sense. I'm not, here to shit talk and talk him down, disrespect him. I'm sure he can fight, but when he faces me, it's going to be a different ball game. And look, fair play to Nick. I can only take my hat off to him and say, well done, bro, for accepting the fight. You got big balls to say yes to fighting me, and that's it.
Last time we did see you was in Dublin. Controversial stoppage with yourself and Ben Williams. Ben Williams is here today. Mams Taylor said after the fight he wanted the rematch. Ben obviously got this title opportunity. So where do we stand with the whole Ben Williams situation? Is there unfinished business? I know you're quite cool now, but yeah, what is going on?
There's definitely unfinished business, and I think Ben knows that as well deep down. And look, we were opponents, not enemies. Maybe, well, perhaps in the first stages, but the fight's been and done now. Men have a beautiful way of becoming friends after a fight. It's it's one of those things. But I think, look, the fans want to see the rematch. I think anyone with a pair of eyeballs, I've said this a few times now, that saw the fight, they would agree with me when I say it was an early stoppage. My hands were up, my legs were very much underneath me. I took a few back steps, and the ref just called it. It was a weird situation to be in. But look, it is the fight game at the end of the day, and we move on to the next one, and that's it.
When kind of anybody comes into this space, really, everyone sets out their own targets, their own dream opponents. But what is it for you? What is your goals in the space and boxing?
I'm just going to beat everybody and become the Misfits champ. It's as simple as that. And then once I've done that, I can pick whoever I want, and that's the goal.
Is there anybody you've got a disdain for, who you look from the outside looking in and think, I don't like the way you carry yourself around this space?
You know what? I don't like the way that anyone carries themselves if they're holding my belt. That's it. You got my belt, there's a problem,
Well, just to finish off then, Warren, just a word on Qatar as a place. A fantastic opportunity, and as you say, don't really come much bigger than this on Thursday night.
No, it doesn't. And Destiny is a fantastic thing. It's a huge card. It's by far the biggest card of the year. If 13,000 people in Dublin wasn't big enough, well, here we are now, and it's an absolute blessing. And thanks for having me, Joe.
Warren, thank you very much. Best of luck on Thursday night. Thank you, mate. Cheers. Appreciate it.